Hey everyone, Carlos here from A Difficult Truth. So today I want to talk about the effects of the polar ice caps melting and this new study that I've come across. This is actually printed in the BBC. At least that's where I saw it. I'll post a link in the description below. And this has to do with just how dire the situation is when it comes to the ice melting and just how big the effect that can really be. Right now, I'll just read you a piece of the article. The long-term view, or the long-held view, was that this ice melting would rise, would bring the sea level rise to about just under a meter by the year 2100. I mean, that's still pretty significant, but it's not as catastrophic as you would imagine. However, there's a new study that could potentially put that figure at double that, and now that's where things become a little more worrisome, because that displaces hundreds and hundreds of millions of people. In fact, they even mentioned this in the article. If we thought the Syrian refugee crisis was bad, the climate refugee crisis is going to be about 200 times that if sea levels get to that level of over 2 meters. This will take down important agriculture lands. It will flood and basically bury underwater important, huge coastal cities, displacing hundreds of millions of people. And yet, nobody seems to be very alarmed by this at all. Look, I know scientists have been saying a lot of stuff over the decades, but the one thing that seems consistent is that this seems to be a huge issue. The only thing that seems to be going back and forth is the degree to this issue and how much time we have left. But it seems like the more research we do, the worse it gets, and without any type of regulations or reductions of CO2 and global warming, we're looking at a very catastrophic event. Maybe not within our lifetime, but definitely within the next century or two. The next generation is going to look at us, and when they look back at us, they're going to ask, what did we do? How did we not know? And why didn't we do anything? And the reality is, we don't have a government right now that cares about this. And why that's relevant is because we need to start taking action as quickly as possible. But right now, we have a government that doesn't care to acknowledge this as a problem. In fact, a couple weeks ago, there was the Arctic Council meeting, and Mike Pompeo said that this was a great economic opportunity. The fact that the ice is melting is going to give way for new resources for oil. It's going to make everybody richer. It's going to become the new Suez Canal, the new Panama Canal. Never mind the future implications of what this means. We're going to be rich, and that's okay. If hundreds of millions of people get displaced, not going to be him. So what does it matter, right? And that kind of thinking is what's going to really I would say, in my opinion, is what's really going to screw humanity, because this government is not thinking about the future. It's not thinking about the people, and it's just thinking about money. I mean, clearly. The way to solve this is with policies, and they need to be as aggressive as the problem. This is why I would support something like the Green New Deal. As it stands right now, the Green New Deal is not a complete policy. It is to start the debate about how to fix this issue, but it is not really a complete and detailed policy. That's where we need to be right now. We need to be hashing out details, and Republicans and Democrats really need to work together on this. But of course, unfortunately, in these times, no, the Republicans aren't even acknowledging this as a problem. Only a few have come forward to state that this is an issue, or this might be an issue, but this really needs to be an effort throughout the whole government, because we need to start implementing policies that reduce carbon and implement regulations, not only just for the health of our citizens, but for the health of our planet as well. You know, for the future generations. We may not see it, but definitely our children's children, maybe even our children's children's children will see it. And this needs to be addressed as quickly as possible. If you guys think that this is an issue, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what we should be doing. I mean, this is not a problem that can be solved just by the individual. We definitely need the government to step in. So what kind of policies would you like to see? I definitely would like to see a hashed out Green New Deal. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button and ring the little bell so that you get notifications when our videos go live for you. You can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/adifficulttruth. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/adifficulttruthofficial. And you can also listen to our podcast at soundcloud.com/adifficulttruth. I'll post all the links in the description below, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. See ya!